Is the word terrorist just reserved exclusively for Muslims and Arabs?
Well, let me ask you then,
there's a real double standard here that we're seeing.
Your husband, King Abdullah.
And there's also a false symmetry that we see.
Well, let me ask you this. Your husband, King Abdullah.
There's a false symmetry because these are not two equal people in the conflict. You know, one is an occupier and one is the occupied. One has a military, one of the mightiest in the world, and the other doesn't have a military at all. So there is a false symmetry here that is being drawn. And there's also, you know, when you say the right to defend itself, that does not say the entire story. It doesn't say the story of the violation of international law, international humanitarian law. It doesn't tell you the suffering and the story of an occupation. You know, Israel is in violation of no less than 30 UN security resolutions that require it and it alone to act to withdraw from territories occupied.
Views that are so shocking, even we can't believe it. And one happened on CNN yesterday. Unbelievable stuff. Christiane Amanpour has apparently been hired by the Palestinians to make sure that every piece of, quote, journalism she puts out has their spin on it. That's presumably how she got the interview with the Queen of Jordan, Queen Rania, who I have met before. They celebrate her over here in America because she's incredibly beautiful, and we want to believe that she's pro-Western, and this is somebody we could work with on policies, she and her husband. It's a no. Okay, she's been long admired by so many people here who don't apparently tune in for her real thoughts on things like dead Israelis. She's known for her beauty, her Western fashion sense, and she is absolutely gorgeous on the outside. On the inside, she showed a different story. She unloaded in this interview, revealing what she really thinks about Israel, Gaza, and those of us outside the Middle East, through her friends in the West in there, just for good measure. It started with a fairly simple question from Amanpour, who asked her, as an Arab, as a Palestinian, as a human being, a mother, how she's feeling ever since October 7th. Now, even the Palestinians' most ardent supporters have learned that they need to spend, you know, like 3 lines on how they feel terrible about what happened to the Israelis. That would be a good place to start. The innocent lives lost in Israel, and then maybe you pivot to the innocent lives lost in Gaza. That's not exactly what happened. Even Christiane Amanpour tried to rein her in, offering her a do-over with a similar question, but the Queen continued to double down, suggesting we should not believe our lying eyes, until finally Amanpour even had to interrupt her. Watch.